From the Ticats Audio Network, this is Morreale and Hitch.
All right, Robbie, week 3, Morreale and Hitch, right here on Ticats Audio Network. You ready to get going?
I am. You look really old right now because
oh my God,
so close to the screen.
Must be the lighting.
Hold
it
on.
must be the lighting.
Look.
Oh Jesus, what happened to that face? Hey, I've listened now, as you probably have on repeat, through our first 2 shows. What do you think so far?
I think it's gone pretty well. Looking at when I typed in YouTube, put our names in, 117 views.
Really? Massive.
And no thumbs down.
No thumbs down.
7 out of the 116 thumbs up. So that's a plus.
Thumbs up where? Where's the thumb going? That's the problem. We don't know.
It's the old Ticat. Remember the Ticat thumb that the fans used to have?
Oh yeah.
With that big, they have the beard. 7 of them, buddy. 7. Pretty good.
Guess what? Roll up the rim is back, eh?
Yeah, except what I did is I give it the old.
Oh, you did not.
Well, I didn't see you have to download the app, so I'm not forgetting it's COVID. I think it's over.
Last year, you chewed on the corner of the cup to roll it. But how did you know where to chew it? Because there was no arrow saying to roll it up here.
Oh, let me go back here and I'll show you. It says, see the little arrow here? The little arrow. So I just lifted the back up. And we know Gregor, right? Andrew Gregg, who owns a few Tim Hortons. Yeah. I hope that some of the people that he has in his store don't do something to that lid, because we would probably do something to the lid.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there'd be rimmed around the culo or something. But I hope they don't do that, because if I did, I got to go disinfect my face.
So you rolled it up. Obviously, there was nothing underneath there. 0. You didn't win. Did you go on have you downloaded the app on your phone?
Yes, I do have that.
Did you do the flippy?
No,
flip?
I get the flip plate. I'm a busy guy. I'm busy today.
Oh, I flip right away.
Yeah, I don't flip.
You don't
I'll probably
flip.
forget. I'll throw it in the garbage and I'll forget.
Guaranteed. Just don't throw your phone in the garbage. You can throw the cup in the garbage.
Yeah, well,
don't throw your phone. You know what I got yesterday? First one. I haven't done this one yet. Actually, I didn't get this one because my staff bought this for me. But I bought one yesterday. 5 points. Big time. 5 points. You can't win any less. Put it that way.
You can't even buy the salt.
No. Only if it says loser on it, you win less.
Oh boy.
How was your weekend?
It was good. It was good. I didn't do too much. Studying for that exam I got to write tomorrow. Which it's okay. I mean, I think I've been doing okay on some of the practice exams, so we'll see. How about the weekend? Didn't you have a good weekend, or what were you doing?
Yeah, I had a good weekend. You know what I did? We have this recurring stag for my brother-in-law who got married 6 years ago.
That's what I heard.
I think I don't know. I don't remember the dates per se, but every year we have this recurring stag on the same date where we get together and pretend it's a stag again. We go golfing at Whirlpool or Niagara on Legends or whatever, and then we go to Napoli after. Have you ever been to Napoli for dinner?
Oh, good.
Delicious.
Good.
Delish. I expect a couple of gift certificates just for mentioning their name. I would hope.
Yes.
Delicious. So we did that. It didn't hit them very well. We got through about 17 holes before it started to rain, and then rolled over there and ate and drank and had a good time, and then slept.
Was that the original crew from high school guys and your buddies from university?
There's some. So it was for the stag originally. So it's a combination of people like some cousins, my brother's friends, idiots who thought we were stupid. You got to see these guys. Very stupid. Yeah. Very stupid.
So you had good crew. You had a good crew.
Had a good crew. So it was good. And then, the dinner was delicious. Like 18 courses, got everything you can imagine. Nice Italian scaff. And it was beautiful. And no steak though, eh? We had veal steak. It was delicious. But I know for you and steak, eh? You love your steak, but it doesn't mix.
No.
It doesn't mix.
Type A blood, not good to eat red meat. No good. But I love it. My wife
I know you do.
My wife, Michelle, loves it. But Michelle hates it.
She hates it.
She hates it.
When you eat steak, bad things happen.
Yes.
Bad things happen.
So it was only about a $4,000 or $5,000 bill.
Oh yeah, it's nothing. It's all good.
Nothing.
It's all good.
Who did you put the credit cards in and do the old pick the card out?
No, we actually split it up nice. So you know what the secret is, when you go to these dinners, and I'm not, I used to drink. I don't drink as much anymore. So I get the short end of the stick, because you know what happens, you go out with 10, 20 guys, people just order whatever they want, and then you divvy up the bill. You remember the old Ozzy and Andrew Grigg on the road bill where you go eat with them? They have 45 drinks. You'd have 2, and next thing you're splitting it equal. Doesn't make sense.
$190 each.
Just the second year. I had a salad, 4 pieces of bread. Yeah. What's happened? And an espresso. How did this all play out? So now the secret is you got to buy your drinks. You got to do what you got to do. You got to earn and make whatever money you can, whatever you got to keep spending.
But there is a way around that. If you're not drinking much anymore, which I know you don't, which is good. It's a good thing. I know you ordered the apps, the expensive apps.
You got to order, buddy.
Like most expensive ones. Doesn't matter. Even if you don't eat them.
Just for fun. Yep. Just to keep up with the Joneses.
Yep. Hey, did you by chance watch that game last week? The Cats last Wednesday?
I got to admit, I did not watch it because I was away. However, I heard the game itself was not a very good spectator game to watch. It was a bit rough around the edges. Yeah,
TSN was when they were showing the kicking game, they never went above 6 feet because they didn't want to show the fans. Mind you,
it was pouring rain and ugly.
Our last show, we talked about a few drinks and how much it rained that day. It looked like it rained torrential for at least 3 quarters, but it was also 22 degrees. It wasn't 1 degree when we played in it. Remember that? But
awful.
The passing game, the football looked like it was 30 pounds. It was not a good looking game, but they got the win.
It doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, who cares? You get your 2 points, get the hell out of Dodge, especially when you're on a road trip, and just get back home. But I heard it was not a pretty game to watch and probably not a pretty game to play in. But nonetheless, 2 points. That's all that matters.
And then I think Friday night, Toronto and Montreal. Actually, boring game in the first. I don't know if every single game I seem to watch now, it takes so long for it to get. I shut it off at halftime and it ended up being 30-27. So probably ended up being a good game, but no offense. I'm not taking anything away from the quarterbacks, but we talked about our quarterbacks when we played and the Hall of Fame guys that are in there now. Like every one of them when we played are in there. I'm looking at some of the guys now, and mind you, there's some great quarterbacks that are playing, but I don't know if they're great quarterbacks and the offensive line sucks or their receivers are dropping balls. It just seems to be this year in every single game that I'm watching, it just takes so long for the game to get going. I don't know if it's just me, but if you're seeing that too, I don't know.
No, I'm seeing it. I'm hearing it too. I hear a lot of people talk about that. And, in the defense of the offense, as you can appreciate, defenses gel quicker. We know that, but it's already week, 7-ish, 8 maybe.
Yeah.
So, we got to, not we in terms of the Ticats, but in general, the defense win championships, but you got to score some points, especially as you get, now we're into the fall already. Summer's over, bud. Summer's over.
Yeah. And short season.
I know. And it's short. So every game counts. So nice to see the Cats get back on track, right? Get back to the winning ways. That's important. Yeah. But yeah, there's not a lot of season left. And then next thing you know, right into playoffs. And now you're going to be playing playoffs a little deeper into the winter. Let's hope the winter stays somewhat good. But yeah, like it's, got to get the running game going soon, all that stuff, all the stuff that, when we used to play, and still to this day, once Labor Day hits, it's almost like a new season. Yeah. Well, this year, it's like Labor Day came quick, and then it's right back to playing,
Yeah. I was watching some of our podcasts last week and just taking a couple of things, just laughing at some of the stuff we were saying about the Toronto guys and at your place when you went to bed and they had a couple of drinks and they put everything on your front lawn, all your furniture. And I was going back and and I know you remember this because we did it, me and you did it, we're a big part of it. Every time we got on the road, we had the assistant coaches or Busky or the training staff, whoever it was, it didn't matter. soon as we got to the hotel, we made sure that they kept the rookies behind at like 4 or 5. We'd hit 2 of them each week, but we'd make sure we tell the guys, here's what we're going to hit this week. And we used to, so Pusky knew that had their key cards to get into their hotel. It was going to be a delay. So they had to stay in the foyer for about 15, 20 minutes. While everyone else, we got ours first. So to our listeners, we fly upstairs, there's about 4 or 5 of us. We ransack their room, take their mattress, put it down, put their box spring on top, make the bed beautiful, crank the heat to 200, as full as it can go. The leaner, remember the leaner? So we get the garbage can, we fill this garbage can with water, we open the skinny little closet or whatever closet it's in, and we use a coat hanger, and we just push the thing, and then we shut the door and we lean the water pail or the garbage can, and it's 3/4 full. So when they open the door, everything comes on their suits. That happened, and then they jump on their bed, and their bed is rock hard because it's a box spring, and it's 200 degrees. And the funniest thing, we only did it a couple of times. I shouldn't say we. There's a couple of animals that did this.
Animals.
I didn't do it, but it's called the upper deck.
Oh boy! Yeah, I remember the upper deck.
This might be a little bit disgusting to some of the viewers, but my guys that I know a lot of friends we know. This is what happened a couple of times, and I'm saying I don't think we did it. They would lift the back of the toilet up where all the nice clean water is, and they take a shit into the back of that. Then they put the lid back on and flush the toilet. So every time that you flush the toilet, and let me tell you this, you could flush the toilet 40 times and you're still getting shrapnel because the shit is in the back of this thing, and it's just going. It's not all going out at the same time because there's
it's leaking nicely.
Leaking. And every time they have to call plumbing because it's like they think they have a backup. The rookies, they have no idea to look in the back of it. Those are some of those stupid.
Oh, and the saran wrap. Do you remember the saran wrap over the toilet bowl? And you put the seat down. You go to take a leak all over the floor. Oh yeah, buddy.
The leader was
so
good.
stupid. Hey, how stupid are we? But so fun. Yeah. So much fun.
Guys would come down with soaking wet clothes on. They had a meeting.
They were so angry.
Oh, someone. Yeah, you know who damn well who did that, but you don't say anything, or you're gone. That was funny.
Remember one of the greatest teammates we had, and one of the greatest rookies we ever had was Warren Musica. Oh. You remember? Warren was like, honestly, first of all, probably could have killed any one of us because he was a world-class wrestler, number one. But never attacked us. Always took everything in stride. I remember the one day, and he bought a suit probably from Moore's at International Clothiers. He had the suit because he never wore a suit before. He lives in Regina, doesn't need a suit. No. So he comes and he's a great rookie, and we brought him in early to the beer room, and he got acquainted pretty quick. He was one of the boys. So when you're one of us, sweating. So when you're one of us, we play pranks on you because we like you. That's a sign of affection. But I remember the one day, and Ronnie was always big on you. When you were on the bus or you were on the plane, you had to be dressed in the suit and tie, nice, perfect. Don't come in a t-shirt or running shoes or jeans. You're fined instantly. So we all had to dress up. And the one day when we were I can't remember where the heck we were. We're on a road trip, and if you leave your room unlocked or unattended, it's going to get abused. So the one day went in, Warren left his room open. So I went and I took a stitch ripper, and the stitch where you get rid of the stitches on the hem, and I got his pants, and right in the crack of his pants, the ass of his pants, I pulled out every second stitch of the stitching. And he had no idea. So we went to go put his pants on, hung over from the night, the game before. We're always on the first flight out, right? We're always on the 6 a.m. flight, which means, we didn't sleep, but you would have had to be up by 4:30. He goes to put his pants on, puts them on, goes to sit in the bus. His whole ass came out of his pants. He couldn't fix it. He couldn't do it. He had to tie his jacket around the bed. Ronnie fined him because he wasn't dressed up properly. It was great. I loved every minute of it.
Oh my God, I remember that to this day. How about this? Speaking about good rookies, remember Van Giel?
Oh, Van Gool.
I call him Van Giel. But Van Gool.
It was Van Giel. You called him Van Gool.
Van Gool. That's Van Gool. I got it mixed up. It was Van Gool. Van Giel. Whatever. Anyways, he used to own a pita pit down at Mac. Remember that? He was a rookie. And he comes into practice. Well, before he came into practice, he had about an order of, I think, 20 pitas. And we thought this kid had a car. Well, he didn't. He had a bike. So he ordered, we actually sent 20 pitas in, and he rode his bike from Mac to Ivory Wind Stadium, and he had the 2 bags on
the handlebars.
On the handlebars, right, to balance because it was so heavy. What happens? He gets brushed by a car. He gets knocked off, hits the sidewalk, falls down. God, brother, he wasn't hurt, but he had a little scuff on it. Pitas all over the place. All over. Ruined. When he came in, we did not ask him, how you feeling? He was late. First of all, we fined him for being late. He got hit by a car. And the pitas were all ruined. And we were so mad.
We were so pissed off.
We were so mad that he didn't bring those pitas to it. So we said, you better make sure you bring them back.
You better go get some more pitas, buddy.
He was a good guy. Well,
we had lots of good guys.
He was a good guy because we got free pitas from him.
Hey, listen. Hey, sometimes you need a reason for us to fall in love with you. That was a good reason, though. He took care. I think Van Giel's done well for himself. I think he was part of that original crew with Pita Pitt. So he's done well for himself. He did good. We should give him a call. You can sell him some of your investment stuff, whatever you're working on now.
That's right. I will. I should. He's got the money.
Do you remember? I can't remember if we talked about this. Because when we get together, we always tell stories, and if somebody's around, they want to hear stories. So this is basically you and I, like we do every time we're hanging around. Do you remember Darren Flutie? So Darren did not know anybody's name on the team. He didn't care to know. We would bring him in some point in training camp to break the team down. He didn't know. He just called the used guys. Hey, you guys, that way to. He didn't care to learn who these guys were. At one point in time, Matt Robichaud was a gem. Roby's one of the best. Yeah. And we had him on the team, and we had Mike, I think it was Mike Wajcik. It was Henry Wajcik's son. And Roby and Wajcik looked relatively similar. Relatively. Yeah. Not entirely, but relatively. But Flutes couldn't tell them apart. So he kept calling them both Robichuk because he didn't know who was who. And that was typical about, he can go a whole year, Flutie, who we also called Wood. He can go a whole year without knowing anyone's name at all.
Yeah. And he never brought his wallet to any bar.
Ever.
We're on the road. No ID, nothing. You're going to
no money ever.
No money. And we had to buy him dinner and drinks. Danny did. Actually, Danny did. We didn't have to do that. Danny did.
Danny did the majority of that.
For I don't know how many years he was with us, 5, 6 years. I have no idea how long he was with us. But every single time, and we're not lying when I tell you, he's never brought a wallet, ever.
No. And sometimes if he did, he would just be like, I only got American cash. We're like, well, they take American cash here, right? He said, no, I'll catch you at the club. Yeah. He always said he'd catch us at the club. Never got us to the club once.
How about the $140 per diem that you get? So you do have money. No, you don't have money. No money.
No belt. No belt either.
Oh, him and his
brother. I guess you got no wallet in your pants. Oh, Doug never had a belt on either.
No.
Must be a U.S. thing, eh?
I do notice that in the U.S. there's not a lot of people that wear belts, and they wear the white New Balance shoes on with the jeans. Yeah, not a good look.
No. What's up with that?
I don't know.
You ever notice this too? My wife's American, so we get a lot of American visitors. Do you ever notice when the Americans come in, they never take their shoes off?
Never.
What is happening?
I know.
That's like the biggest pet peeve I have, eh? Like,
it's respect.
It's the respect. I don't get it. Why does that happen?
I think that they think that if they take their shoes off, they have boots on their stinky feet. So it's doing us respect for not taking them off. My sister's been in Alabama for, 3 or 4 years now. And whenever she comes now, she's adopted this. She comes in, walks right around our house. We have hardwood floors, but we had carpets before. Raining outside, walk right through the house. Dirt.
What's happening?
Yeah, I don't understand. Never did. And I feel like saying something to people that do that.
Yeah.
But what do you do? Oh,
I think you feel like an idiot. Yeah.
I don't know.
What the? You walk and you step on gum, walk through piss. Who knows? You step in dog crap. You go through the grass. You're in a puddle, and you just walk through somebody's house.
Yeah.
I'll never understand that, but it's not right at all.
No.
Hey, back to golf for a minute. Remember the Ryder Cups we used to do? Do you remember the beauties that used to? Why don't you tell these our listeners a little bit about the Ryder Cups and what that was all about?
Okay, so we'd always have a good field of Canadian golfers because we always had too many guys that golfed. So we had to pick our teams. Well, we handpicked our teams for sure. The Americans that were good golfers were usually the two quarterbacks that we had, a receiver. So we had they were good. The guy,
they were good.
They had. So we usually kind of went with 6 guys, usually 5 or 6 guys, and we play Canadians against the Americans every year. And we did it a couple places. We did it at Shadok. We played at Shadok a lot, and I think we did it one year at Kings Forest. But we did that for years. We had a trophy. They did smack us a couple of times. They did beat us a few times. They did. Danny and Flutie, and then Cody
Ledbetter.
Yeah, hits his 3-iron 350. Anyways, but the fun times that we had, and we also had managers for each team. And one year we had Jeff Cummins.
Oh my God.
And Carl Coulter. So Cummins was with the U.S. I don't know, for some reason he was over there because whatever, that's where he was. And then Carl Coulter was with us. And at the end of it, we had to go to a playoff. And we're seeing a guy drive up the 18th with about a 18-foot tree that he ripped, a new sapling tree that he ripped out of the ground.
For no reason,
ripped it out. And he was dragging this 20-foot tree on the golf cart, him and Coulter, with about a case of empties inside of the golf cart. And he drove it right up to the clubhouse, and we're about to start our playoff. And the club pro's looking at us and the first thing, what did Carl say? We found this tree. We found the tree. Their hands are full of they're ripping this thing out. But the Ryder Cup was one, and hence the Ryder Cup, the U.S. just beat the Europeans yesterday. That was a good win by the U.S. But that was one of the funnest times of the year that we had with those guys. And it was bragging rights. Like when we won, we got our names put on it. They got their names put on it, but their names were on it a little bit more than ours. I have to admit. They
were good, but they had that strength because between Flutie, Danny Mac, and Cody, they had 3 strong players. Yeah. I was garbage. I'm decent enough now, but back then garbage. But I was, that was fun enough to be around. And then,
Ozzy had
the blades,
Spalding blades from 1982, and never cleaned the dirt off them. And could hit the ball. He could hit the ball. He was a decent golfer. We were all pretty well.
Gregor can hit the ball.
Gregor
can hit the ball.
Yeah. Just ask him.
You can hit it too. You got the shortest backswing I've ever seen ever.
Yeah, I can hit it left, right, center. I can hit it, but I think I'm an 11 handicap right now. It probably means nothing to you, but
means nothing.
No, because you don't know what a handicap is, probably.
No.
You don't play enough.
Not good enough to have a handicap, buddy. I don't play enough. I wish I played enough. That would be fun.
Oh my gosh. Oh, hey, I was reminiscing about October 4th, 2 years ago, my induction.
Oh yes.
And I know you mentioned it a couple times in the last couple shows, but I've got a story. It's probably going to be about 3 minutes long, but
go for it.
So I get the call, about 8 months prior from Bob Young, and he just told me I'm going to go on the wall, blah, blah, blah. It was a good feeling. And leading up to this, they're telling me how many tickets that you need. We're going to get you a box for your family and blah, blah, blah. So long story short, I've got my whole hockey team, my whole Pens hockey team, there's 18 of us. They were on it. And then a bunch of the guys from my golf club, I think they took a bus down. There was 60 of them that came down.
Oh, man.
So 60 of these guys. So they had this planned, but 2 years before this happened, we've got a guy, his name's John Bullivant. We call him Bully. He looks like Shrek. Okay. He's completely whacked me. So you might've met him. He's 58 years old, 60 years old. He's completely whacked. So we're at this 3-day member guest tournament, and the wives come in on the Friday. So they're in there. It's a great dinner. It's pre-COVID, of course. And we're having this awesome dinner. And Bully comes up and taps my wife on the back and says, "Did you hear what happened today?" She's like, no, bully, what? She goes, well, I don't know if I should say, but there was a rain out today. So we were at the halfway house and there's like 20 guys there. And Hitch, your husband, was caught putting his wiener on the hot dog roller in the halfway house. And she looks at him, swear to God. So I look at him, I look at him, what? She goes, what did you say? She goes, yeah, he pulled his dick out and he threw it on the hot dog roller in the halfway house. I went, no. And she's like, you're kidding, right? You did that? I'm like, so she believed it. She believed it. He came back 4 times during that night and said, don't let him tell you he did do it. He did do it. So I kind of convinced her. I said, I swear I didn't do something. It would be hot. It would be too hot. It was hot. So
thought about it. It'd be too hot.
Thought about it, but too hot. So hence the story of the guys coming down. So Bully is on this bus and they're a crew. They were bombed. They come in and Bully has got this sign. It says HDR on it. Hot dog roller, HDR. And it's got a picture of a hot dog roller. And it's this
big.
Is
for your induction day?
Induction. So he sees me at the, we had to go to the alumni lounge. I don't know how he got in there. He gets in there and he's following me. They're saying, Hitch, you got 15 minutes. You got to get to the caretaker's lounge. He's behind me with this sign, hot dog roller. He gets through the RCMP, gets through 2 checkpoints of security. He goes, I'm with Hitch. I'm the hot dog roller. He's the hot dog roller. I'm like, I can't believe what's happening. Finally, we get to that little tunnel that we're all in there, the 99 teams there. We've got the Grey Cup. I don't know if you remember, he's standing there with this sign. I go, Bully, you need to take that and go into the caretaker's lounge. That's the owner's box right there and drink. He goes, I promise I won't embarrass you. I said, you already are.
Yeah.
You got to go. He was going to actually come on the field behind doing my speech with the HDR hot dog roller sign. This was 2 years after. He still got it going. Anyways, that took a little while, but that was one of the funnest days, the 99 team.
Oh my God.
When we got together. I know you got some stuff maybe to say with Calvin Tagle being late at the
dinner. Oh my God.
Like that. Oh my God. That was one of the funnest times, not just those guys coming down, but I mean, the whole
thing.
Day, the whole thing was just put on so nice by the Cats. And this lunatic HDR.
What's wrong with these guys?
That's what he calls me still. HDR. It's hot dog roller. Or
didn't even happen.
Never happened.
He made it up.
Made it up. Swear my father's life never happened. That's great. Never. And my wife still says it. He's still calling me HDR. Yeah, he's calling me HDR. Anyways, kind of funny. One of those lunatic stories.
Remember the beating that you took on the way to get to the podium, to get your thing? The beating you, because we ran you had the little gauntlet. We're all, the first 5 or 10 guys were giving you the normal high fives until you got up to where me and Andrew and Cooler and everybody, and then you get the beatings. Yeah, you get the thumb in the culo, kick in the back of the knee, punch in the neck. Philbrick did something. Absolutely.
Yeah, right in the nuts.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That hurt. Then I had to go speak. So that was fun. Well, speaking of the gauntlet, I can't believe these are flowing out today. The gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
The 99 Grey Cup we won in BC. It got lost. The Grey Cup was lost in Vancouver that year. Let me rephrase. We won the Grey Cup, but it was lost in the city.
The trophy. Yeah.
No, just everything. It wasn't.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
It just didn't seem like everything was spread out. It wasn't like situated in one sound. We win, and we end up going to the Roxy. Remember going to the Roxy?
Absolutely.
Live bands playing, and we've got the cup there. Everyone's drinking out of it, and there is probably most of the team. We were right across from each other, and we had a line of about probably 35, 40 guys. And people that had to go to the washroom had to come through the line.
The car wash.
Remember the car wash? And anyone, guy, girl, it didn't matter. As they were going through, it's the only way to get to the bathroom. You could not get to the washroom without going through this gauntlet. And then they would walk through about halfway through. Someone would yell car wash, and everyone would smash in and just do a dance on them. And those guys, they couldn't move in there. And we had some big dudes.
We had some big dudes.
We called that the car wash. My gosh, that was fun.
Oh, I think back of all the times, and they still happen today. That's the beauty, right? All that stuff is still kind of, part of the repertoire. We just have to, be careful when we pull it out. But not literally, but
you think that happens? Does that happen anymore?
No, I don't think it does.
You can't.
I don't think it does.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Too many,
it's different now.
Cell phones, pictures.
Yeah. But these were just fun things we did. No one was getting hurt, but it was just like we were having a good time.
We thought they were fun. Maybe other people didn't.
Oh, maybe not. Fair enough. Maybe others thought, what do these idiots do? I'm just trying to go to the bathroom. Get out of the way.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. What's up for this week?
This week, got an AGM tomorrow. Got my staff coming in. Got a big day of meetings, so that'll be good. And I got my daughter turning 13. Your goddaughter. I don't know if you remember this.
I owe her lots of money.
I'll remind you now.
September 28th.
That's right.
Oh, that's her birthday.
That's right. See?
I remember.
Rob is my oldest daughter's godfather. He just doesn't remember very often, but every so often, you catch him at the right day at the right time. He'll pull it together and pull it off. So there's your pre-warning. She's going to be 13, buddy. You've already got some teenagers in your house already. You're ahead of the game from me.
Yeah, 15 and 17. Driving all over the place, Ava. My daughter driving. Can I have the car? What time do I have to come home? Whew, it's already started. But
oh my God.
It's good and bad, Beatsy. It's good and bad. I'm not scared. She's a good driver. But she's out with friends, 12 o'clock at night. Can I stay another 20 minutes? It's 12 o'clock.
Really?
Oh, yeah, 17. But so she comes home. She's completely fine. Of course, no cell phones. They know. Like, I think the Apex driving, whatever driving school you go to, they really drill that down to them. Like, if you're on your cell phone, you're going to lose your license. And
really?
It's bad.
Scare them. Scare tactic.
I think the best part about it is I don't have to go across town to pick her up at 12 o'clock. If I've had a couple glasses of wine on a Friday night, I don't have to drive there anymore to pick her up. I think it's a double-edged. I love the fact she has it and she's a little independent. She has our car, which is okay. But the other side of it is I don't have to drive.
Yeah, that's nice. I tell my daughter now, because she's going to be a teenager, I tell her how stupid guys are. Like, boys are stupid. 13-year-old boys are the dumbest probably people on earth. Without a doubt, because you and I used to be one of those 13-year-old boys. Yeah. I just tell her, whatever they say, you believe less than half of what they're saying, because they're so dumb.
Even less. Even less than half.
Yeah. And then now they got the phones, and now everybody's vaping now, eh? Like, when did vaping become cool? What is this all about? I don't know. It's bad. It's not good. No, who knows what they're even vaping? These kids, I know. Kids get this thing and they think it's like a flavored something, and then there could be something else in it. That's the scary part. Is these predators out there are selling these or giving this shit to people and to young kids, and they're trying it. And it's we had old cigarette butts. I can honestly say I think I've had, honest to God, maybe 5 puffs of a cigarette in my life. I can't inhale it. I've never done it. And that's honestly true. I believe you. I remember when I was like a young kid, the very first job I ever had was working at Wild Waterworks. Do you remember the Wild Waterworks, the old, the slides and everything? Yep. So it just opened up and I was part of the first group that worked there. I worked in the kitchen and it was a disaster there. But I used to drive. My parents lived in Stony Creek. I used to take my 10-speed with my shirt off like a loser. No muscles, nothing, like just skin and bones. So it's the same as you ride your bike now. Exactly. Same thing. Lost all the muscle, nothing left. But I used to smoke darts at like 13 or 14. No hands, drive with no hands. No, you smoking a dart. What an idiot. What was I thinking? I did it for like a week thinking I was cool. I realized you're an idiot. And kids are stupid. This goes hold to my point and boys are even stupider. Yeah. So she knows. I hope she knows. I don't know. You never know. No, it's scary. It's a scary time. I think it's scary, not just for that, but it's scary for our kids in general in the next 5-10 years, even for looking for jobs. And every single person has a university degree and they're not even using it now. They're just trying to find jobs. It's crazy. Crazy. Yeah, I tell you what, the reason I went to university was probably just to play football, truthfully. It got me a great education, but that was the kind of the catalyst to go. But I look at some of these opportunities now. You go to college, you can get a beautiful job in trades, come right out, work right away, be set for life. There's always a need for that, right? You go now get I have a geography degree. What do I do? Teach? Like nothing's wrong with kids teaching, but it's just not, what do you do? What do you prepare yourself for?
I have a Bachelor of Science in Geography too. They told me the second year university at Weber, Rob, you've got to declare a major. I was like, okay, what's that? Football?
What's that?
Declare. So nowadays you got to declare in grade 12. You got to take these prerequisite courses right now. You've got to take, like Ava is in grade 12 right now. And last year they started asking her what she wants to do if she goes to university. She's got to start taking classes in grade 12. Remember we had OAC, those prerequisites, those 6, kind of like that. Like if you want to get into a veterinarian or a doctor or a nurse, you got to take sciences in grade 11 and 12. You have to have those sciences or you're not getting in the university. Back then we got in for football. And then, hey, what do you want to take? Well, okay, yes. I like geography. That sounds easy. I'll get that. That's what I did. I did geography. I picked geography, not knowing that.
How did you get science? How did you get science in there?
Well,
there's no way it was traditional science.
There's
BS. No way.
No, it's a BS. In
you are full of BS.
Yeah, I am. But my major was geography, and my mind.
You're Bachelor of Social Sciences.
Yeah, well,
that's what I am too.
Yeah.
Did you get your degree too? Did you get your degree?
Yes, I did. Do you want me to get it off the wall and show you?
Did you get it then, or did you go back and get it?
I had to go back because I was drafted by Hamilton, and we were on a quarter system back then in the U.S. So we were mid-May was training camp, and our school went to the end of June. So I left 5 classes unattended, and then in 2000, after we won the cup, I flew down to Utah, got all the courses that I needed, went to Brock, and said, can I take these same courses? So the professors did their evaluation of school and that school. Long story short, I could take these classes and it was great. In 2000, I took half credits for 2 years and should have seen me making 32 grand a year at the Cats and going to the old Isaacs and buying beers for the classmates who were 19. It was the best.
Speaking of that,
I shouldn't say that. I made way more than that in 2000. It was the first 3 years that I made crappy money.
First 3 years, it's a guarantee. Back at least when we played. Now it's different. Now you make, I think, minimum 60 or something, whatever it may be. But we were playing. I think the minimum was like 27.5, 28, maybe. Maybe got up to 32. I don't even know what it was.
I was 29.5, 32, 37 was my first 3 years. That was my option year, 37. McCarthy brings me in after my second year, started every game for 2 years. They're going to pick up your option. I said, yeah, I want to sign a new deal. No, they know you right away. 30 grand. I'm going to play 37,000 as a starter, 10 picks in 2 years, tackles, playing crazy. Oh, 37 grand. Okay, I'll take it. we didn't know what else to do. Hey,
you were the best. You were the best negotiator. Because you'd be in the locker room, we all be pumping you up beforehand. We're like, okay, Rob, you're like a perennial all-star. You need to be paid. You're better than any other safety in the league. You're a hometown kid. You need to walk in there and get what at that time, 100 was a lot of money. Yeah. A lot of money. I can't remember the number was. You need to ask for this and blah, 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 blah. You go in, we'd wait for you back in the locker room. You come out all happy. I'm like, how'd it go? Great. 47.5. I got 6 free season tickets. What just happened?
Yeah.
What happened in that situation? Yeah. You were so happy about the season tickets.
Yeah. Those so happy. Yeah. I wanted 8, but they only gave me 6. I remember that because actually it wasn't that year. It was the year 2000 after the cup, and Wally Bono wanted me from Calgary.
That's right.
And they came in and they offered me like 120 to go.
Big money then.
That was big money, 120 grand. And then I looked at, of course, I did some math. Buying a place or renting a place for 6 months. Family, I've got young, I don't have any kids. I had a young wife who's still in university. All that came in. I thought I'm going to probably spend 30 grand in 6 months in Calgary. It's expensive to live there. And I ended up making like 100 here. So it was 20 more grand to go. I thought I made a good decision to stay. I think so. Because I'm going to be here doing this with you right now.
Well, you got your season tickets, buddy. Hey, guess what? I think I work right around the corner from where you got married. Is this St. John's? Did you get married over here at St. John's and Thorold?
No.
St. Joseph's?
No, Club Roma, St. Catherine's.
Not where you had the reception. Where was the church?
Oh, Niagara Lake.
Are you sure?
That I remember. 23 years ago, I remember. Yeah, Niagara Lake.
Really, eh? I don't know why I thought it's here in Thorold. I walk by all the time. I genuflect when I go by, just out of respect for you and your wife, and then I keep walking.
No disrespect to Thorold, but the only thing I do there is play hockey. There's nothing else to do.
Not much going on, eh?
No.
Not much going on. No. Good for a head office, though. Perfect for us. No problems. It's getting better here.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You can see the houses over there. Oof. Yeah,
but nice. You walk right on the Welland Canal, eh? Nice down here. Get a nice little stroll in.
That's true. You like your walks.
Go
do your vapes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right.
I don't even know. Like, I don't understand the purpose of these particular vape things. I don't get it. Like, is it like because it smells like a strawberry or something like that? Like, I don't get it. It's just the coolness factor.
I asked my daughter, and she never did it, of course, but at least that I don't know if she didn't do it. But she's like, no, Dad, it's just some people do it, and that's just the thing to do. If you're peer pressure and you got to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. So she would tell anyone to go. You know what?
Yeah, she's a good girl.
She's a strong.
She's a good girl.
Yeah. You watching the games this weekend?
Yeah, I hope to. I got to get back. I've been doing a lot of. I've been here, there, and everywhere. So I want to sit my ass down and be able to kind of just watch and relax. Especially now, honestly, once that Labor Day comes, you flip the switch. It's nice to just on the weekends watch some football, right? You got everything going on. You got university football, you got NFL football, you got college football, you got CFL football. It's fun. And then you got, you got NBA starting up soon. You got everything. This is a nice time of year.
I think our listeners, all 116 people that have listened to this, maybe not our listeners.
It might be the same people the whole time.
Before we check out of here, we got to give some props to the Jays. They play the Yankees starting Tuesday on a 3-game. I don't know if you've been following, but they're
just 2 games out.
2 games out of the Yankees and 1 off of Boston, and they got Yankees 3 times this week. So hopefully they can sweep them like they did a couple of weeks ago. And 30,000 now in Toronto.
I know.
Rogers Center. They're finally opening it up, which is.
I know, it's good. And for the Cats are up to 18,000 now. They went from 15 to 18. That's good. Yeah. So that's good. They got the more people come out and cheer on the Cats, especially with the Grey Cup around. I can't believe the Grey Cup's around the corner. I can't believe it.
We got to bring some old antics out.
Oh, I think so.
If they're in it, we got to have fun that week.
They got to be in it, no?
Oh, I hope so.
You got to.
Last time was 96 and they weren't in it, but I'm saying the last time it was in Hamilton was 96.
I know. I played in that game.
I know. I had my shirt off in the stands. I was a second-year guy and I had a few drinks with me and my wife was beside me. I had this purple suit on, this purple speed skating spandex suit, and it was snowing, freezing cold. You remember the press box? I was underneath that little part.
Yeah.
8 bench sheets, and I was actually underneath that, so the snow wasn't coming on me. But I had this. Oh my God, it looked so stupid. But yeah, I had some drinks. I remember that game. One of the greatest games, Edmonton, and that catch, then Brown.
Eddie Brown missed the whole ball completely. Hits him off the toe, bounced back, and his hand is unbelievable.
Yeah, but you guys won it. That's where you got your other cup.
Congratulations. Well, sometimes you get lucky. Hey, right. Speaking of you with your shirt off, do you remember before we get going here? Do you remember the first car you ever bought when you played in the CFL? You remember how you used to drive with your shirt off and show up to the club
with the bandana and the pouch case with the big planners?
Oh, you had the fanny pack.
Obi Spanik, Mark Sweetek, and Reno had that. I actually liked it too, so I put it on. The little wife beater, the white one with the fanny pack. And the cell phone in the 88 convertible Mustang.
You're ahead of your time, bud. Yeah, ahead of your time. Let's leave it there. Let's just leave it. Oh yeah, let's just leave it there.
I agree.
Let's let it soak for a minute for the fans. Just soak. That's it. That's our story for today. We're ending off on a high note. You shirt off, beautiful wife beater on, ready to go, all decked out, hair up in a bun.
Yeah, I look good.
Going to fever.
You know I look good.
Maybe we'll talk some stories. Oh, you look good. We'll have some fever stories maybe next episode, buddy.
Sounds good. And some guests.
Yeah, we got to bring who. That's what we should. We should throw out a little thing here. If all the people listening want to recommend some guests, why don't we throw that out there? I'd love for people to tell us who they think they'd like to see or hear from.
or if they
Right.
want to even come on, who knows?
Oh my gosh.
Could be
Wow.
good.
You're
I like
letting fans now.
Well, you never know. One call in per month.
We'll see what happens, buddy. That's all for today. Have a good day. Have a good day, everybody. You're listening to Morreale and Hitch on the Ticats Audio Network.
Peace.